Welcome back to Mornings. Well, statistics show that nearly 50% of small businesses fail within the first year. So to ensure you do not fall into this category, marketing expert Carolyn Stafford joins us with advice on how to avoid the traps and safeguard your business. Great timing to have you on the program. So thank you, Carolyn, very much for joining us. Small businesses, why do a whole bunch of them fail?
Well, I think fundamentally it's a lack of planning and a lack of vision for what they want to create with their business. So a lot of owners go into business for lifestyle and they end up finding the business takes them over and it wasn't really what they wanted in the first place.
OK, let's go through some of the tips. There's got to be a few top 10 tips of what to do and what not to do. You know, the first mistake, 10 most common mistakes, marketing plays a large role in the success and failure of business. Expand on that.
Well, the statistics show that the #1 reason businesses fail is lack of new business and lack of business in the pipeline. So they're not generating enough leads which are then converting into new business and getting in front of your old customers more regularly so that they keep coming back. So marketing is really, it's a huge issue for businesses. They don't know what they don't know.
So marketing to the people, keeping the people who currently use your service or your business, keeping them happy, but at the same time finding more people.
More customers.
OK. Yeah. The target market, trying to find your target market, how do you do that?
Oh, that's very difficult. It's a bit of an art and a science, but I think the biggest risk that businesses make, or the biggest mistake they make, is that they try and be everything to everybody, and then they end up being nobody to anybody. So it's better to be the psychologist who focuses on the legal profession, or the photographer that just photographs dogs, for example. So once you've got a niche market or a specialty, then you know where to market your business. And I think a lot of businesses don't know where to spend their marketing time and effort because of their market. OK, I'll
get on to a couple more of those, but let's look at a couple of emails that people kindly sent along. Simone from Western Australia says, please advise if there are any grants from government or otherwise, federal or state-based companies for people establishing themselves. I live in WA. My husband is establishing a cabinet-making business. He's a sole trader. How and can we access any grants?
Well, the first thing is obviously to get onto the federal government websites, business.gov.au, and also the state government websites, and they do list all the grants. Oz Industry have grants. Get onto Google and do your research, and then once you've found the different kinds of grants, you can go to companies who actually specialise in helping you win those grants, putting together the proposals and the tenders to actually win the grant. OK. Another good one here from Tracy.
I'm a first-time mother and would love to stay at home with my daughter for as long as possible, but unfortunately today the idea of stay-at-home mum is completely impractical. I have ideas for a small business that I'd like to run from home, but no idea how to start the ball rolling. What do I need to do to start a small home business so I can spend more of the most important years of my life with my daughter?
It's a very good question and a very common question. I'd suggest that, depending on where she comes from, a background, whether she's been in corporate or whether she's been in small business before, if she hasn't been in small business before, the first thing I'd suggest is that she actually gets some experience working for another small business owner and understanding how small business works and getting a feel for whether it is for her before she even launches into the business, because we need to really understand what we're getting into before we do. So
with a small daughter, if she could get a part-time job where she could take her daughter, and small businesses perceive, what, 20 people and under?
Yes, 1 to 20 people.
So maybe to get another job for one of those people in the area with those child-friendly hours, she gets the taste of the how-to.
Yes, and a lot of business owners are quite flexible in allowing their staff to actually work from home, take time off when they've got small children, particularly if the business owner that you're working for has children themselves. They'll understand. So I'd suggest you get some work experience in a small business first.
OK. And of course, you know, this economic climate that we're going through at the moment, which some suggest may even get worse, how is that going to affect small business?
Well, 8,000 businesses are predicted to fail in the next 12 months. It's the highest since 1999, so it is it's a big stat. So I would suggest to prevent this failure is to really just think about why I'm in business, what do I want to be in business for, what do I want to achieve, put some planning around the whole thing.
Because a lot of people just think reducing staff numbers is the answer. Is it? Do you always think?
Well, I think your staff can be your biggest marketing source of new business. So if we can train our staff to understand what our business is about when they're out networking, to talk effectively about our business and to market it for us, and to work with our staff and be really honest and say, look, times are tough. We need you to start helping to identify new business opportunities for our business and giving them some knowledge and skills to help them market your business for you.
Yeah, give them some power, involve them in the process, letting them know times are tough and everybody has to really, you know, put the nose to the wheel to the whatever that saying is. OK, Wendy from Victoria says, and I like this, she said, I'm always looking for inexpensive ways to advertise my business name out there. I've been going for 2.5 years. Now, this is so common for people who are already established. 2.5 years is not a long time. So how can I do that? She exhibits regularly right throughout the country. She's got a website and relies on word of mouth. Is there anything else she can do?
Oh, look, there's a lot of things that she can do, and it's a common mistake that businesses think that marketing is advertising. It is one part of marketing. There's 101 ways to market your business. So I would be looking for ways to build alliances with other businesses who actually offer a complementary service. So how can they refer work to each other? She should be out there networking. There's enough business within the local community. So what is she doing to be seen and heard in her local community? Raising her own